All right, I welcome you all to this webinar. It's going to be, I promise, one of the best webinars we've attended. I hope. I'm very positive that it would be. It could be very intense, so I advise that you use your seat belts. So we'll be discussing how to stop playing hide and seek with your future. Please, you could just signify in case at some point I have, maybe connectivity problems or maybe audio or it's not clear or something. Just signify. I would appreciate it. So, how to stop playing hide and seek with your future? Time to find your true vision and your keys. Your true vision and your keys. Why are we discussing this? This conversation is targeted at professionals, maybe working somewhere, or entrepreneurs, mid-level, maybe a little bit above early career. So you've achieved some success. You're not fresh off the school. You've gotten some promotion, maybe you have some money, you have, but you still feel this persistent dissatisfaction. You've reached certain milestones, maybe some career achievements, you have some level of financial stability, or you've achieved some personal goals, but something still feels off. You feel like you're in a rut, repeating the same actions without making progress. Your days blend together, and despite your efforts, you just have that feeling of you are not moving closer to your bigger goals. Or you're constantly bombarded with ideas like me, advice, information, but you struggle to make decisions or you struggle to take decisive action. This often leads to procrastination or, working on multiple projects without finishing any. This is a very common occurrence, especially with smart guys. You worry that you're not living up to your potential. This fear can manifest as anxiety, restlessness, or that nagging feeling, that piercing feeling, that burning feeling that you are meant for something greater, but you're really not sure what it is. You feel anxious about the future, uncertain about where you're going or whether you're making the right choices. This insecurity can cause sleepless nights or even a reluctance to take risks. You struggle to stay motivated, finding it hard to get excited about your work or personal projects. This leads to procrastination, a lack of enthusiasm, or even burnout. Relax. You can fix this. You can fix it. And you can fix it without doing a lot of what conventional people tell you to do. You can fix this without having to stand facing an incoming train. Because that's how we feel sometimes when we are told, face your fears, take the risk, face your fears, take the risk, And rather than helping us manage our anxiety, sometimes it just builds on the anxiety because you feel, this is a train coming. Tell me to face my fears. These fears are real. These fears are big. These fears are intimidating. How do you fix this without having to, stand in front of a moving train? So how do you fix this without having to relocate to a slum? There's that common saying, sacrifice, sacrifice your comforts, sacrifice your convenience, and, talks around this direction. Sometimes it brings anxiety. Okay, I sacrifice my comfort, sacrifice my convenience, How do you fix this while taking care of this concern? How do you fix this without becoming a robot? The conventional thing is, okay, by the time you're working on your vision, you should have like a to-do list that has like 5,000 items that you now cross things off them, enduring some tedious and repetitive activities, tasks. You have your calendar super full, 24 hours. Maybe not. Maybe not. Or maybe you want to fix it by becoming an hermit, a loner, cutting off relationships. That's not the best approach. That's not the best approach. How do you fix this without ostracizing yourself from society, ostracizing yourself from your relationships, either as, from your spouse or your friends or family or community? How do you get this done? You can't get it done. That feeling of that sense of goodness that you want to achieve, that you want to get, achieving clear direction and purpose. You want to experience increased motivation and drive, feeling energized and excited about your daily tasks. That's what we all want. You want to make meaningful impact. You want to make meaningful impact? Yes, you can. You can take on projects that align with your values and passions, seeing tangible results that benefit others. You want to unleash creativity and innovation? Of course, you can. Get that thrill of creative expression and the satisfaction that comes from bringing innovative ideas to life, deeply tied to your sense of identity. That's a very important point. Identity, and accomplishment. Yes, you can get that deep inner peace and contentment, despite how elusive it could be. Yes, you can. You can create that life that aligns with your values. You don't necessarily have to live life on another person's terms. You can create your life, design your life that aligns with your values, leading to a deep sense of satisfaction and calm. Yes. And then that comes with better mental health, more harmonious relationships, and a generally happier outlook on life. I love this one. Yes, you can live your life with adventure and excitement. I love this so much. My personal mantra is, how do you live your life as it should be lived? With purpose, passion, and fulfillment. So how do you live your life with adventure and excitement? You get the thrill of adventure and the excitement of new experiences. This pleasure is about breaking free from the mundane, injecting a sense of fun, exploration, and spontaneity into your life. I've spoken with uncountable number of people regarding this, and you realize that there's that inner playfulness in adults that gets caged, as if growing up was a sentence to monotony, as if growing up is a sentence to boringness. The excitement and adventure, that spirit that we had as children, we get to lose it over the years. And then from talking to tens of coaching clients, I understand that almost everyone, technically everyone, has that gap in them that I want to connect back to my sense of excitement. I want to connect back to my sense of adventure. I want to be able to, for those who are in paid employment, retire early. Those who are not in paid employment, they want to, systemize their business. They want the business to run without them. They want to be able to go to, go on vacation, go on this, go on that. Fine. Some to get to do this, but they still feel that they need to do more of things like this. Anyway, we're out of time. Let's move on. So yes, you can get greater recognition and respect, receive public accolades, promotions, or respect from peers, leading to greater influence and a solid reputation. Your opinions and ideas are valued, and you become a go-to person for advice and leadership. Pay attention. Pay attention. If you are a professional who has hit that plateau in your career and you feel like there's more out there for you, but you're really not sure what it is, pay attention. If you're an entrepreneur with big dreams, but you find yourself stuck in the day-to-day grind, operations, it's so easy for you to just get so sucked into, paying bills, sending invoices out, blah, 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 fulfillment, doing your business, and you get disconnected from a bigger picture. And it just creates that void, that gap in you. And at some point, you just lose interest, lose motivation for what you do. If that is you, pay attention. If you're that high achiever who has accomplished a lot, this is very powerful. I've spoken with a number of people like this, and you'll be shocked. A lot of us chase money as though money is the answer. But then when you get it, at least to a sufficient level, you get to realize that it was really never the answer. Maybe it could shock you to some level. It could, make you feel good to some level. But at the level, it stops. Even those at the super top, they have the kind of problems a lot of other people have. But unfortunately, they are not understood. So you could be a high achiever. You've accomplished a lot. You look at your table in the office, you see so many accolades, so many plans, so many, awards and all of that. But you still feel unfulfilled and you still feel uncertain about your next move. Pay attention. If you're that mid-career professional, questioning whether you're on the right path and you are craving for more in your work and life, this is a very powerful one. Most people in that age range of 30, 35 to 45, suffer what is generally called the midlife crisis. And that's a lot because you have become what you are at that point is a function of what a lot of the effort you have put in the previous decade. And somehow, at some point, what was right for that decade might not necessarily be right for the coming decade or for the coming decades. So a lot of misalignment just show up in your life, and people tend to mismanage this. Some people, take on drugs, alcohol, and take on bad habits and all of that. Pay attention. Pay attention. If you're that leader or that executive who feels disconnected from your true vision and wants to align with your career, to align your career with your deeper purpose, we all have that deeper purpose. Pay attention. If you're that busy professional juggling multiple responsibilities, leaving little time to think about where exactly is my life headed, pay attention. If you are someone who sets goals but struggles to see how they fit into that larger picture, into a more fulfilling life plan, maybe you might be getting some accolades here and there, but when you sit down at night with your pillow and you're on your bed, you're sitting just before you sleep, you feel, yes, I'm getting some stuff, but they're not aligning. I seem to just jump in from an island to another island. Pay attention. If you're feeling like you're just going through the motions and you're eager to discover a more purposeful direction, pay attention. If you're ready to make a big change, but you need clarity, you need confidence to take that first step, pay attention. If you're tired of wandering aimlessly and you want a clear, actionable plan to create the future you truly desire, pay attention. All of this, good, but good because all of us, we're not just sitting, most of us, we are doing some stuff. For example, reading countless self-help books, watching scattered, motivational, self-help videos on YouTube and elsewhere. You've experimented with different productivity tools and techniques. Yeah, good, but, you've tried setting ambitious goals. Yeah, you listen to that motivational speaker. Ambitious goals, you've created detailed plans and all of that. But you're still that ish, You've tried to push yourself harder. This is a very powerful one, work harder, put in more effort. And you're just not getting it. Or worse, maybe after you've tried so much, just ignore the problem. Interesting. It's your search for an end to that overwhelm. So you'd be able to achieve clear direction and purpose. Is it giving you everything you want? Ask yourself that question. Despite all what you have been putting, you've tried. Is that search to end the overwhelm, that search for a clear direction, that search for purpose, is it giving you what you want? Are you getting it right? Let me tell you about Usman Mahmoud. And this is a very interesting real life. I spoke with Usman 5 days ago. Yeah, is it 5? No, today is Saturday. I spoke with him on Wednesday. He currently works in the operations and process department for a fertilizer company in Lagos, Nigeria. Let me quote him. Okay, well, the session we had on Wednesday is not our first session. So during the first session, this is what he said. Kazin, I am 37 years old. In fact, he'll be 38 this year. And I recently became a father. It seems I'm losing steam. I'm quoting him here. It seems I'm losing steam. It seems I'm losing motivation. And fine, yeah, there's money, but I just can't continue like this into my 40s and beyond. I just can't continue to my 40s and beyond. He was saying this emotional, I can remember how, where he sat and how he said it on that day. And right inside me, I was smiling. Of course, I didn't smile, he didn't see me smiling, but I was smiling because this is familiar. This is a feeling about 95% of working professionals they feel, especially when you're in that midlife range. You fired. Maybe you joined the workforce, maybe 27, 24, 25. You are fired. At some point, when you're in that mid-30s, early 40s, it starts to, you feel like you've maxed out. You still wake up, go to work and all of that, but inside you, there's that void. You just feel like, this is not me. This is not who I used to be. This is not what I want to be, So, what happened? He was subjected to the Kazin experience. We did what we know how to do best. So in the Wednesday session, this is a quote from him now. This is a quote directly from him. That session, very interesting session. He said, honestly, I can't believe what is happening. Not just that my energy level is now off the roof. It seems the universe is now conspiring to help me. When he said that last clause, I stood up because that clause resonated. It connected. I feel it. And I'll tell you why. Let me take this quote again. He said, honestly, I can't believe what is happening. Not just that my energy level is now off the roof. You need to see how Usman was talking. Compared to the first session when he was, the voice was a bit, dragging, That second one was, and there was 2 weeks between the previous session. 2 weeks. The energy level just came up, was talking, and he almost didn't allow me to talk, was just pointing out, he talked, calm down. But when he said, it seems that the universe is now conspiring to help me, he stood up. I stood up and started walking around my office. Of course, I carried my laptop because I connected to that. And there's a very important reason that I'll be sharing why I connected to that statement. Well, the story behind the universe conspiring was that part of the roadmap was because he had some goals, he needed to leave the country, go for MSc, join one top energy firm in the Middle East. And the moments we worked together to craft that hardcore, die-hard vision, with lots of powerful details, a lot of things started showing up, Anyway, we'll talk more about this, So my promise for you in this video, in this webinar, this session, is that I will show you exactly how Usman fixed that overwhelming feeling of being lost. How can you fix that feeling without all the drama, all those normal drama asking you to go and read some self-help books? No. I'll tell you straight away what he did. What we did with him. How he fixed this, regaining his energy, regaining his motivation, regaining his drive, regaining his sense of purpose. So the question is how exactly? I will tell you how. That is if you hang on. How did he do this? But that is if you stay till the end. And then I have a gift for you. If you stay till the end, I have a gift for you. The gift is enough on its own, to ask you to come and buy it. But I'll give you for free. It's a bonus material just for coming. I'll give it to you. It's a 5-minute troubleshooting guide to search out the false limiting stories that are holding you back. Bust out from that feeling trapped in an endless cycle of mediocrity and a nagging sense of not living up to your potential. Yeah, I'll give it to you. And I will tell you how you will get it at the end of this webinar. It's a quick tool that I've been using with my clients to reclaim control of their lives, shedding mental deadweight. A lot of us have deadweight that we are carrying around. Traumas, false beliefs, limiting beliefs, wrong notions that are limiting us. Unfortunately, they form the glasses through which we see the world. We can never operate beyond them. Just like a computer. As long as you continue browsing on the internet, at some point you hit a virus. As long as you are alive, you would continue to pile deadweight, whether you like it or not. There is nothing you can do about it. But the problem is, we don't get to shed these things. The best time to shed them is now, because it's going to define how you live your life going forward. But of course, except you are lucky to meet somebody to shed them for you later in life. But it's just there. So shed this mental deadweight, the limiting beliefs, and step into that life of greater freedom, fulfillment, and achievement. This is useful to you, especially if you have tried ignoring or denying the false beliefs. God, you have false beliefs. We all have, but we just need to keep working on them to, refining, retooling ourselves, checking our mindset. Are you sure we don't have, deadweight in it? Or if I just accepting the false beliefs as truth, oh my God, or you're allowing the false beliefs to define your identity. That's just what happens. They are there to define your identity. But you can recognize and block. Or you're underestimating the impact of these false beliefs. This is like the default state for most of us. Pathetic. Or you're trying to overcome the false beliefs with willpower alone. Nobody has ever won. You will never win. this battle with willpower, it will never happen. It has never happened. So that's that. So this is just like someone, searching. That's exactly what you're supposed to do with your mindset. Always searching. Where are those bombs? Where are those viruses in my head that are defining how I see the world, that are defining what I see as right, what I see as wrong, what I give my energy to, what takes my attention, and many, many other things like that. Let's jump right into this webinar. I didn't introduce myself, so let me do that right now. I'm Ibrahim Kaizin. I have a number of certifications. I have been in the IT industry for more than about 1.5 decades. My core is computing. I'm an IT consultant, build solutions. I'm almost certain some of you will have used my solutions. That's how entrenched I am in the industry, in Nigeria particularly. I'm a marketer. I'm a coach. I've been coaching since 2016. I've coached over 100 people towards pursuing their goals and aspirations. And the feedback I get is I do it well. I think so too. Well, I remember the John Maxwell team. That if you know John Maxwell is not it's not a child's play. Let's move on. I write books too. This is my most recent book. In fact, the biggest of my books so far. It's called Invisible. You should get this. Invisible. The mysterious mental virus sabotaging your success. We talked about limiting beliefs earlier. This book is a whole book I wrote on this, and this is the first of a series of 3. Let's move on. I promised that I would show you exactly what Uthman did to fix this overwhelming feeling of being lost, without all those drama, regain his energy, the drive, and sense of purpose. Yeah. And I gave you this quote from the session we had on Wednesday. He said, honestly, I can't believe what is happening. Not just that my energy level is now off the roof. It seems that the universe is now conspiring to help me. Powerful. Now, I promise to explain that part. I said, when he mentioned the universe is now conspiring to help me, he stood up because he shocked me. This is profound. As if he had read the book, The Alchemist, because that is a fundamental principle of life. Fundamental principle. Well, I can't speak for him on whether he picked that line from The Alchemist or not. If he did, good for him. If he didn't, then it's a very, very powerful thing to have been said. So, the book, The Alchemist, get that book, make sure you read it. I've read it a number of times. There's this quote from it. And when you want something, this want should have been capital letter, because there's a difference between want and want. There are two different things. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. I want you to put on your seatbelt at this point. I want you to remove any form of distraction, because this could be the most important speech you would ever hear. If it is impactful, you would leave this conversation as a different person. I want you to pay attention. I feel like coming to all of you one by one and pulling your hairs, opening your hairs. Wonders happen when you clarify your vision. Wonders happen when you clarify your vision. Wonders happen when you clarify your vision. I want to say this a million times, but we're out of time. Wonders happen when you clarify your vision. You're just like that dart, or like a bullet that is just moving. When you clarify destination, it does wonders. It does wonders. Let me tell you about that. That universe conspires to help you. There's something called the Badamehoff phenomenon. Pay attention. Pay attention. A clear vision acts as a form of psychological priming. Priming, what priming means? When someone knows exactly what they want, when you use the word exactly, when you're talking of vision, we're talking of the level of specificity such that in a collection of 1,000,000 visions, there's none that looks like yours. You are that specific, you are that clear, you understand it, you know it, you feel it, you can touch it. When someone knows exactly what they want to achieve, their mind becomes more sensitive to relevant information, more sensitive to opportunities. This phenomenon is called the Badamehoff phenomenon. or the frequency illusion, because the brain starts filtering in stimuli that match the clarified goals, making it seem as though the universe is conspiring to assist. Do we get this now? Do we get this principle? Let me give you this. Whether you get it or you don't get it, you live by the principle. This principle helps us. We thank God for it. We'll all be mad or dead if we don't have it. If this principle is not inherent in nature itself. It is impossible for man to perceive every single signal around him. It's not even a case of running mad. It's not possible. At any point in time, there are flies moving around. Maybe there are flies, there are people walking, maybe cars moving, bikes moving, this moving, that moving, doors are being opened, things are, In fact, it's even said that the molecules in the air are even vibrating itself. But right now, you can listen to me. You are paying attention to me and you're listening to me. So that's a favor in life, to make you only pay attention to what you pay attention to. Not because what you don't pay attention to does not exist, but because you don't see it, you don't perceive it. And it is a favor from our Lord to make us sane and give us focus. That's it. It's just like I was speaking with someone, a client, that was 2 days ago, and I used the analogy. In fact, she raised the analogy herself of there's a car, you feel that this car is not common, this car is not common, and then the moment you develop interest in that car, it becomes common. Then I asked that question, what changed? And she laughed. Said nothing. I said, no, what changed? It can't be nothing. Something changed because the cars have always been there. What changed? You are playing with your psychological indices metrics, psychological cards. You are playing your cards in your head. This thing that is meant to help us in life by not bombarding us with every possible signal is that same thing that hindered us from the right progress, because we have not told our mind that that is the progress we want. And for that reason, anything goes, everything looks good, everything looks perfect. We want to try different things, multiple ideas, multiple opportunities, wasting attention, wasting energy, left, right, and center, everywhere. But the moment you can clarify your vision, what you are telling your subconscious mind and the mind of every entity, both around you that you physically are not, not meta, what's that? In the meta world, what you are telling them is, this is what I want. And it's as if they are sending things to you. That's what it looks like. When in reality, because you have sharpened your vision, you have told your filtering system that this is what I want. So the things that happen that you don't pay attention to, you start paying attention to it. So that's what is meant by the universe is conspiring to us. Because you just start seeing some seemingly illogical coincidences. The road you used to pass starts to look different. The billboards start to look different. Because you know what you want. What pertains to what you want starts jumping right into your eyes. So the example I gave earlier about Usman, what happened was that the company, the exact company that he wanted, that we had the conversation on, okay, this is what I want in the next few years. I want to work for this company. I don't want to mention in the Middle East, one of the biggest, if not the biggest oil and gas company. I want to work for this company. He clarified it in so years. And before I get there, I want to do this. So they've been doing trainings in the office, several trainings before. But because he clarified it, the next training he was doing, in fact, on the day Wednesday we had the call, he was in that training. He just had a break. He said, in fact, he was laughing, he was smiling, he was enthusiastic, he was full of energy. He said, you won't believe it. You won't believe it. The facilitator for this training worked for that company. And, this is not the first time I'm seeing him, but somehow it's as if I really never knew him before. But now I forget that he works for that company. And, I mustered the courage to walk up to him and ask him. In fact, he said, I just came from there because he said that facilitator has left that company, but he still consults for them. In fact, he said that he just got off the plane from that country, from that company. And I was like, oh my God, it's a powerful coincidence. This is a powerful coincidence. I never, it was, calm down. Let's move on. We're out of time. Now, the power of thoughts and intention. Pay attention. I know I've been asking you to pay attention all the while, but now pay focused attention. Focused attention. When we constantly focus on what we want and we set clear vision, clear intentions, we send out signals to the universe. These signals act like a magnet, attracting experiences, attracting opportunities that align with our desires, that align with that IP address of your vision that you have sent out. The universe conspires to give us what we want on the condition that we align our thoughts, our intentions with our desires. Powerful. Hey, okay, at ease. Let me get you to burn your attention. Yeah, let's relax a bit. We can call these things different names. You can give it different, you can put it in different boxes, different labels. One thing I can tell you is it works. If you like, call it, this is just another aspire to acquire what I desire talk. It's up to you. It works. I can guarantee it works. Clarify your vision. Set your clear intentions. Work on your thoughts to consistently, think through. You'll get there. All right. Now that we have talked so much about vision, what's that guide? The visionary's guide. How to craft a vision that commands the universe, that the universe cannot ignore. Practical steps on how to create a vision, a compelling vision that naturally draws opportunities and success. We make a lot of mistakes, like my friend who works for CNN that spoke earlier, Mr. Moses. The vision is, he expressed. It's not an optimized one. And when you don't have an optimized one, you put confusion into the head of that the head. The head is the operating system of the arrow. The head needs to have it clear, specific. If not, it just goes round and round and round, throwing different signals at you that are not relevant. So, for example, I want to be successful. This vision is too vague. It lacks clarity. It doesn't specify what success looks like. How will it be measured? What steps need to be taken to achieve it? Another example, I will become the world's first trillionaire within the next year. Okay. While it's good to aim high, this vision is unrealistic, given the time frame, and doesn't align with the current resources and capabilities. It sets the individual up for likely disappointment. There's another one here saying, I want to build a luxury brand that caters to the elites, but I also want to make it affordable for everyone. This vision lacks a very critical, characteristic of visions: internal coherence, consistency. This vision is internally inconsistent. Luxury and affordability are often at odds. They don't go together most times, if not all times. So making it difficult to reconcile these goals in a single vision. Then this one, I want to become the top eco-friendly brand while also maximizing profits by cutting costs wherever possible. One thing is clear. Well, as far as the technologies of the world right now are, when you want to go eco-friendly, cutting costs might not necessarily be the way you achieve it. Might not necessarily. In fact, most times that's not the way you achieve it. Maybe cutting costs at the long run, maybe yes, but that's not the strategy. You don't go eco-friendly because you want to cut costs. You go eco-friendly because you want to be eco-friendly. So this vision is incoherent because it mixes two conflicting goals. Cutting costs aggressively might undermine the brand's commitment to eco-friendliness, leading to a loss of trust and credibility. Quickly, we are getting to the end of this session. Take down this number, send a WhatsApp message. My team will pick it from you. That bonus material I mentioned, send a WhatsApp message to this number and they will send you the material. So let me just give you 30 seconds if you want to note it down. 971-58-130-0362. Let me take that again. Plus 971-58-130-0362. So take that down. Okay, now, wandering is not an option. The urgency of clarifying your vision is now. A clear vision acts as a roadmap towards destiny, guiding them through challenges and towards their ultimate goals. What you're looking at right now is It's a very important point here. Yes, we have said a clear vision, C for this, L for this, E for this. You said all of this. There's a but. And that but is a very big one. As easy as it is to say, to chant, hey, give for this, there's a but. That but is that. I'm sorry to say, we hardly think. In fact, Thomas Edison says only 5% of people think. 10% they think, but they don't think. But at least they think. And then the remaining 85%, can you guess? Anybody who knows it? Anybody? The remaining 85%. Oh, you don't know the quote, and it's very popular now.
They do not think.
Not just that. If it's that they did not think, it will be a party if that were to be what it is. The remaining 85%, they will rather die than think. Not just that they don't think, they will rather die than think. All of you here, you probably think it's easy to think. You'll be shocked that some of us on this call, we have not even done any deep thinking today. Because our life is almost 99.999% auto-run. Take some time to view it, to analyze yourself. Take some time. Our life is largely auto-run. When you sit down to decide on something, you think you're going to take a decision. You're not. You're just simply piping out a similar decision somebody took somewhere that you had, and you are taking it, you think it's your decision. It's not your decision. A lot of us don't have that autonomy of thinking. And that's the reason why it's difficult to come up with a vision. Because when you think you want to get a vision done, the best that happens for most of us is that you talk at this level 1. That's where we are. Level 1 thinking, surface level. We just pick what's supposed to me. Just pick what is there on the surface of my brain. That's what we do. And then when we are the geniuses amongst us, they go to level 2 thinking. They go below the surface to get to level 2. This would have been great. Unfortunately, where do we find crude oil? You never see it on level 1, level 2. And of course, in commercial quantity. Where do you find diamond? I don't know, but I've never heard of a situation whereby people find diamond on the surface. You go drill down. That's where you find diamond. That's where you find crude oil. That's where you find gold. That's where you find gems. You drill down. But the problem with we humans, we don't want to think. A lot of us are what we are today simply because a friend in secondary school mentioned a career. And then 2 weeks after that, you collected jam form. And then you filled it. And then you went to school to do that thing. And then you got the job. And that's where you are today. You really never sat down to drill and say, what kind of life do I want for myself? What do I really want to be doing? And the problem is, when what you are doing does not sync with your inner desires, what gives you fulfillment, every day becomes a punishment. We say Monday, kind of people who cry on Sunday night, oh, Monday is coming again. And then on Thursday, they are praying, oh my God, let Friday come fast. But if you are walking in that lane of your fulfillment, every day becomes like a party because you would enjoy what you do. Because you understand the why behind the why. Not just understanding the why. The normal why for every one of us is paycheck. But there's a why behind the why. And there's another why behind that one. There's another why behind that one. There's another why behind that one. But who is there to take that pain, to drill down? And that's the reason why a lot of us would not be able to form a vision on our own. But it doesn't mean you cannot. You can. I'm challenging you right now. I'm challenging you. Take pen and paper. Go and find one isolated one place that you'll be alone there. Isolate yourself for some minutes, hours, and anything that comes to your head, understand why. Drill down, until you get a vision that brings smiles to your face. You get a vision to say, if I die upon this, I die fulfilled. If I die upon this, I die fulfilled. When you get that idea, when you get that feeling, then start writing. Just don't feel that. Just start writing everything that comes to your head. Just start writing. Because in those thoughts is where you find gold. In those thoughts is where you find diamond. In those thoughts is where you find fulfillment that you are looking for. I challenge you to get this done. Okay. Oh, now that's the hard way. Who is scared? Who is scared? Anyone? Who is scared? Don't be scared. Unfortunately, there's really no way forward for you if you don't get it done. Because except you just want to continue living your life. A lot of people get to in my sessions, you find adults, some adults with beard, they start shedding tears. Because you realize that when you are drilling down and down, you get to realization that 42 years of my life, I think it just occurred to me that I've made many mistakes. As in, I challenge you. That's an experience we should all try to get. Confirm. Take a deep dive into your mind. Anything that comes to your head, question it again. Question it again. Keep questioning it. You could be lucky to get to the diamond. That pathway to your fulfillment. Yeah, you could do it on your own. Yeah, a lot of people get to do it on their own. But you can get it the easy way if you get Kaizen to do it for you. Powerful. A Kaizen experience. No one goes through this Kaizen tunnel and comes out the same. It has never happened. God willing, it will never happen. Let me introduce you to the next level momentum mastery. It's an intensive six-week one-on-one coaching program to clarify your next level vision. Then, of course, when you clarify the vision, the next thing is how do you get there? Of course, there are challenges, there are problems, there are roadblocks. How do you overcome these things? And then you have a customized action plan on which you take decisive actions. Decisive actions. In the 6 weeks, you start to take decisive action. You see results. If you don't see results in the 6 weeks, you will refund your money. That will launch you into the stratosphere of success. 3 simple steps. The first step is called the next level vision to unleash your hidden visionary potential. Here, you go 6 levels deep. You dive 6 levels. I could be very brutal. As you are seeing me that I'm smiling, I could be very brutal. I don't take nonsense. When you are with me and we are doing the vision drive, I will not take any surface level thoughts. I will drill you, I will torture you, I will drill you, until you feel okay. I'm seeing this. You drill down to your core desires. The reason behind then the reason behind that one, then the reason behind that one, until you get to a level, you feel, I think I've gotten to the core. You uncover the vision that truly aligns with your wildest dreams. Trust me. That's childhood ambition, adventure. It's still there within us, but probably it has been caged. We have caged it because we say we are adults. And then we live all our life because we want to go back to it. And then we live that life by caging it. It's a very, very, very terrible phenomenon. So you get crystal clear clarity on what you want to achieve and why it matters. Then we call something RAM, roadblock annihilation matrix. You pinpoint the exact obstacles that are holding you back, and then you obliterate them. Obliterate, not just destroy, obliterate them. You unravel hidden barriers and limiting beliefs that have been sabotaging your success. Develop an ironclad understanding of what's truly stopping you from reaching your goals. And then this is a very powerful one. It's called the MAP, Momentum Action Roadmap. Create a step-by-step personalized roadmap tailored to your unique needs. It's not just one generic anything. No, based on the sessions, we come, we together. I'll back you. You do it yourself, but I back you up. Yes, this is now your map. The beginning of the map is where you are. It's like a maze. The beginning is where you are right now. The end is your vision, that miracle version of yourself. So identify high impact actions to take immediately. Out of the fluff. A lot of us have a lot of complicated things around our head. One very important thing I tell people a lot is that there's a difference between the problem and the manifestation of the problem. So let's go into that again now. Establish a clear, focused strategy to maintain unstoppable momentum and achieve your vision. That's it. Next level vision to unleash your hidden visionary potential. There's so much value when you drill down. Let me give you an example. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but I'll give you that example. I was speaking with someone, that was about 2 weeks ago. He has spent so much effort and time in the past, months on PhD. But after our session, he realized that, wait, PhD is good. but I really don't need it. It's not needed for any aspect of my fulfillment. And then I drill down. And now realize that he has been living his life using the template of his mentor, because he has a mentor. He has been living his life using the template of his mentor. Whereas it was until he got the opportunity to drill down to understand me as a person, my name, what do I want in life? Not what somebody thinks I want, not what society thinks I want, or not what the television thinks I want, not what the movies, not what Hollywood thinks I want. What do I want? What's that thing that when I'm upon it, I feel fulfilled? And then we got all of this. I've been wasting my energy in the wrong directions. Because if this is truly what I really want, then all this energy I'm putting to get pursuing PhD is good. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm giving you the case study of somebody. I've been putting a lot of energy into this direction when he really doesn't have any role to play in my own definition. I'm talking of him now, in his definition of fulfillment. He doesn't have any role to play. That's an example of when you do next level vision drilling, you unleash hidden visionary potential. And then you have that round, roadblock annihilation matrix. And then the map, momentum, action, roadmap. It's a powerful thing. This is like an overview of what happens in the 6-week program. You have the first session, then you have the second session, and then you have a workbook. That workbook, that file, after the holy book, the scripture, that file is going to be your next most important document in your life. That workbook you're looking at, the workbook assignment. And then you also have an online course that you would do, and then you have your third intensive one-on-one coaching session. Then you have your 30-day guided practical transformation challenge. By God's grace, nobody goes through it and comes out the same. Nobody. 30 days, work that your vision. Because we've gotten that roadmap. Your workbook, we have started filling it. After working with you to be able to know what do you need to get done. And then we break it down into nitty-gritty that you can start working on. We remove the fluff. A lot of us, we think progress requires you to go get a PhD in neuro something, or to go and get something to be able to drive a spaceship or something. How can you drill down to understand? They call this first principle. First principle. I'm saying all this because not everybody will be able to get into this program, unfortunately, even if you want to, because we are very selective. I'm very selective. I want to work with the people who think well. So I'm telling you everything. I'm not hiding anything. I'm telling you what we do inside it, so that even if you don't come, even if you want to come, not all of you will be able to come. But I'm telling you now, so that you can work on these things yourself. Either you come for me to coach you or not. You need to get these principles right. Okay. All right. For the serious ones, if you sign up, you get your first session for free. No payment. And you also get some very powerful bonuses. If you are ready to get in, that's the condition. If you are ready, if you are lucky, not just ready, lucky. The URL is ibrahimkaisin.com/epic, EPIC. ibrahimkaisin.com/epic. If you are lucky to get in. So you would leave that free session, free session. That free session, that first session that will be given to you for free. If you can get in. You will leave that session with the following indelibly, not just marked, it's not permanent marker, it will be scarred in your subconscious. Scarred in your subconscious. How to unleash your hidden visionary potential. That takes us around all of these things we have been discussing so far. How to craft a vision that feels like destiny. Do you know what that is? It feels like destiny. By the time you get deep, you become light. That's a feeling that a lot of them describe. Yeah, I feel light. I can't explain why they usually feel light after you're able to uncover it. But a part of me feels like the mental heavy load, dead weight they've been taking, maybe a chunk of it has dropped off. That's why even psychologically, they feel emancipated. So you erase chaos and align with your true north. Experience the confidence of a master strategist. So this is the URL again. HTTPS, ibrahimkaisin.com/epic. Don't forget, you have to apply. I will ask you some questions. Just fill the form. But only 2 out of 10 get accepted. So give it your best shot if you're interested. There's this quote from Mr. Adiogun. In all honesty, I feel like my path to success has been simplified. Your presentation is so simplified and clear that even a necessary student can pick. You keep people on the edge. I do that very well. My team, if you're in my coaching program, it really needs some, except if there are some supernatural forces that you wouldn't get it right. Except that you have some more beyond the surface problem, supernatural forces. Fully loaded. If you think problems of, the challenges, the overwhelm, and all of that, that you think to just go away on its own. If you think that, I beg, I just really, you leave this call and just want to go back to your life, normal before, or you just think that simply because you have heard all of this, you think you are okay, you just want to go back and continue your normal life, that things will fix themselves. This is the advice I have for you. Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh yeah, now bang your head on that place. You need to leave this call with energy, clarity. You know what to do. If you are lucky to get into the program, good. If you are not, or you're not interested, I'm not hiding any. I'm telling you, this is what I do. This is what we do here, myself and the other coaches. That's what we do. I'm giving you everything we do. At least regarding the next level vision. You need to get it done. You need to get it done. So this is how we can fix the problem starting from today. I've given you, that's how to get that your North Star, to get things right. I'm giving you the opportunity to leverage what I've learned through the process of investing so much. If you know how much I've spent on coaches myself, I'm not just here to tell you. I just call myself a coach. I really don't call myself coach like that though. I'm an IT consultant. That's what I do real time. I just coach. Let's see on the side. So I'm not just here to talk. I have my work. I do this because I love it. And I've done this because these are things I've lived through myself. And these are things I've done for uncountable people. And I see the impact. I see it. That's why it's very painful when simple principles, people are ignorant or, I don't know, they don't take action, Don't say deep. One of my guys said something. He said, those who say deep. Then when you share your code, say deep, they don't take action. True of us. How many deeps have you said this year? What's the quantum of action you have taken? Leave deep. Action. Take action. Take action. Don't just comment deep. So this is what I'm telling you for what I've done, what I've invested so much trying to get, wasted time, wasting so many solutions, read books, the amount of books I've read. I'm a readoholic, if that is a correct word, So, and I also write. I read and I write books myself. So I've done lots of things the wrong way, and I'm telling you, So if you come for that program, like I told you, the first session is completely free. The first session is completely free if you can get in. The first session is completely free, and yeah, go ahead. Go to ibrahimkazin.com/epic. Remember, only 2 in 10 applications get accepted. This is the flow for the program once again. So like I said, the first session is free. You also get powerful bonuses just for coming. Powerful bonuses just for coming, as in just for being on that free session. You also get bonuses. If you go to that URL, you see the bonuses you get. There's a book, How to Overcome. There's quite a number of stuff that you will get when you go there. So when you're on that session, I will personally put together a die-hard vision for you. So you can stop or get over this overwhelm fast. These are the things you get. It will be indelibly scarred in your subconscious. Unleash your hidden visionary potential, craft a vision that feels like destiny, erase the chaos, align with your true north, experience the confidence of being a master strategist. And of course, on that free session, it's not a sales call. I don't need you as much as you probably need me. I'm not out there to sell you. I'm not out there to sell you. I'm out there to impact. Because it gives me joy, because I've been fortunate to have some people do such things for me too, and I think it's very important that I also try my best, Well, you charge money because at some point it has to be sustainable, So there's no high pressure pitch, the normal high pressure marketing pitch at the end of the call. No. I'll just ask you when it's done, that blueprint. Can you do it on your own? If you say yes, fine. If you say no, it's also fine, So, and because even if you say yes, it doesn't automatically mean I'll bring you on as a client, because I have selected number of things. Like I told you, I don't do this full time. I have a lot of other things I do. So it's when I'm free, I'm able to coach. So please take note of this. But those who deal with me, help them to get to the next level using the next level momentum mastery program. That's the best thing that can happen to you. The best that can happen to you is you love that plan, and you say, okay, Kazin, can I work with you? You have slot available? And then I'll get back to you. Joining that call, going to that program and applying, at least shoot your shot if you'll be accepted, is the single most important thing you can do right now. ibrahimkazin.com/epic, EPIC. Once again, this is what it looks like. Like I said, you're not paying any money. The first session is free. Just like this webinar is free. You also get powerful bonuses. That even after the first session, even if you are not continuing, you still get your bonuses. It's a free world. Let me stop here. I think I've passed enough information.